Troost Ekong with a proper captain's performance smashes it down home as Nigeria beat Cote d'Ivoire 1-0 in a very important second group game for Nigeria to now go into second with qualification in their hands. Baoni, my people, Oruki Mini Najib Talks Sport, and welcome back to another video. This is another match reaction as Nigeria beat Cote d'Ivoire 1-0 in Group A, meaning Nigeria, as I said in the intro, go up to second place. Ivory Coast falling down to third, and first place is Equatorial Guinea. We're going to be talking about what happened in the game, player reactions, and we're going to be talking about what this means for the group and for the manager. One thing before I start, I want to apologize for delay upload. Last night I had work, so I could just really upload the match report that I wrote on Substack. So if you do want to read that, it's going to be in the link in the description, so be sure to read that. But anyways, enough about that. Let's get right into the game. So Nigeria straight away started with a very low block. It was a 5-4-1. It was a back five consisting of Bassi, Troost Ekong, Ajayi as the three centre-backs. The right wing-back was Ola Aina, who for me had an exceptional game, and the left-back was Sanusi again, who had a very good game. In front of them, they had Onyeka and Iwobi in the middle. On the right, they had Chukwueze. On the left, they had Lookman, and of course, up front, they had their talisman in Victor Osimhen. And straight away, you could see that Peseiro wanted to just sit back, soak up the pressure. Obviously, Ivory Coast, it is their tournament, and they're at home, so he just wanted to sit back, soak the pressure, play a low block and try to hit them on the counter. And in the first 8 minutes, Victor Osimhen once again had a big chance. It was a nice ball from Chukwueze, played it in behind, and you know, Osimhen, African Player of the Year, the numbers he got for Napoli last season, you'll be expecting him to bury that, but he skied it over. But it was promising signs from the beginning, and I really feel like the game plan from Peseiro, who's been under pressure by not only the fans but the media too, I feel like he actually executed his plan well. He told his players to sit deep, be compact. Like the lines and the length between the midfield, defense and attack was very good, vertically compact and horizontally compact, and they made the pitch look quite small. Yes, Ivory Coast had majority of the ball, but it was Nigeria's game plan. And Peseiro, what he done, he told his players, like, all right, cool, let's look at our players. We have Chukwueze, we have Lookman, we have two attacking fullbacks, we have Osimhen up top, we have Iwobi you can create. So those players, yes, ideally you would want them in a possessional-based game, but their players, notoriously for their club, they thrive on counter-attacks, and you know, like, it worked. And in the first half, in the first 30 minutes, it was quite good in my opinion. The game was like, you know, it was flowing. Both teams had a few chances. Ivory Coast had a few chances. Nigeria had a few chances, but it wasn't really big chances apart from the Osimhen one in the 8th minute. But that's when it came to the 30th minute after like the water break. Like, the game went into like a stalemate. Like, it was scrappy, and it looked like the players and managers needed to go into half time, have a chat with each other, and come out into the second half. And in the second half, that's what they did. It was a nice ball over the top into Osimhen in the channels. He had Ousmane Diamonde, a very good centre-back who's been listed as a prospect for many of the top clubs in the world. He was chasing Osimhen in like the left channel of the box. Osimhen got the ball in front of him. Diamonde clattered him on his leg, and then that sent the ref to the monitor. And normally when the ref goes to the monitor, it's a penalty. So that gave the penalty. Troost Ekong stepped up. For me personally, I thought it would be Victor Osimhen, but the captain stepped up and the captain smashed it down. In true Troy Deeney style, he smashed it down right to the middle. And since that goal, Ivory Coast didn't really create. Nigeria had a few half chances, and then literally Nigeria had to do was be compact, defend, and make sure the midfield lines were together, and obviously the chances on the counter-attack, try to take them. Yes, it didn't lead to like a second or third goal on the counter-attack, but defensively they were very solid, and Ivory Coast became very desperate. They were chucking on all their attackers and they lost their balance. And when it came to like the 85th minute, 90th minute, obviously I'm not Nigerian myself, but like, for me personally, I just knew Nigeria were going to win, because the chances that Ivory Coast were creating weren't even half chances. They were like shots from outside the box. And obviously Nigerians, like themselves, they'll be a bit nervous because they're watching it from like passion, whereas I'm watching it from like a more like a tactical perspective basically. And I just knew that they weren't going to score basically, and I was confident that Nigeria was going to hold out for the win, and they did. And like, you know, for me, the whole defense was good, the midfield was good. Osimhen, yes, he missed the chance, but he was running those channels every single time and was trying to link up play. And literally, that, you know what, hands down to the manager. He found a system. He found the system, and he found the right players in the system as well to play against Ivory Coast, who have very good midfielders and very good attackers, and a very good team in general, because they are one of the favourites, especially as tournament hosts. And Peseiro, a man who has been under pressure for a while after failing to qualify for the World Cup. And obviously, he lost his first two opening games in like the warm-up phase of the AFCON, and he also drew to Equatorial Guinea, which they should have won 3 or 4-1. Props to the managers and props to the players just for having that belief and sticking to their task for 99 minutes, because there was 9 minutes added on. That leads me to my man of the match, and for me, it has to be the skipper that scored the goal. Not only did he score the penalty, but defensively they were solid. He was sitting right in the middle. He was leading the back, keeping them organised. He was talking to his players, you could see on the pitch. Every tackle, every clearance, every foul, he was celebrating. And for me, Troost Ekong is my man of the match. I hope you guys did enjoy this match reaction. Obviously, it is a bit delayed because I had other stuff that I needed to do, basically. But the next match reaction will be against Guinea-Bissau, and hopefully Nigeria finish top of the group with Equatorial Guinea getting a draw or even losing, who knows. But that was a match reaction. I'm Najib Talksport and I'm out. Peace. By the way, yes, the camera did cut, hence why I have to record this so I could just do a proper outro.